First off, thank you very much for coming out today. I know everyone's real busy, and that you find time for an event like this is really important for democracy, so I appreciate that. Thank you to all of you. I wasn't sure if I was going to introduce myself in a little bit more detail. I think I should spend a minute doing that, given that there has been a lot of talk about who lives in the riding and the importance of that. I think I need to address that. So my name, as you're probably aware, is Justin Anderson. Like Hal said, I am a farm boy from north of Calgary. Graduated from Airdrie. After I graduated from Airdrie, I moved to the Banff Trail community. I lived there for a few years, so that community is in this community. And I worked there. I took some courses while I was there. After I was finished that, I left to go to Russia. I spent 2 years in Russia as a volunteer. I taught English while I was there and worked for different nonprofit organizations. After I got back from Russia, I moved into the Brentwood community, just behind the London Drugs. I lived there for 6 years, and while I was living in the Brentwood community, that's when I went to school at UBC, got a couple bachelor degrees from there. That's when I met my lovely wife, Irina, and married her, and we had our first daughter, Alexia. So that's 9 years already that we were in the community, living and active. After finished U of C, we left to go to MIT, as you heard, and did a graduate program there, got a master's degree, and had our second daughter, Viola, at MIT. And then we came back to Calgary. We don't currently live in the riding. We are now in the process of looking for a place in this riding, probably the Dalhousie community. So the reason we decided to run in this riding is frankly because this is the riding that by far most reflects who we are and the community that we're attached to. We've spent almost a decade of the last 15 years in this riding. This is our community, these are our people. Let's talk about, we have a great community, we have an amazing city. Calgary is a great place to live, as most of you probably agree with. And we have a great province, but as has been alluded to, our province is in peril right now. There's some problems that we absolutely need to address. When we started this nomination campaign, we started by sending a survey to every household in the area. And we asked people, well, what's the most important issue for you? What are you thinking about provincially? And the issue that came back resoundingly was healthcare. Right now, we spend 41% of our Alberta budget on healthcare, and that's increasing at 6% per year. The World Health Organization rated Canada's healthcare 30th overall in the world. Okay, we spend the 10th most overall per capita on healthcare. Okay, so we're not getting bang for our buck in healthcare. That's clear. We're spending a lot of money, and we're rated low. Something's got to change. We need a sustainable model. Yeah, most of you are probably familiar with the Health Resource Center example. So this was a clinic. It was a hip and knee replacement surgery clinic that was a private delivery, public funded model. This is the kind of model we need to move to. It was delivering healthcare in hip and knee replacement surgeries at half the wait time and 2/3 of the cost of the public delivery model. It was a system that was working, and the PC government couldn't stand for it because of some of the union politics that were involved there, and they essentially, by centralizing the board in Edmonton, the health board, they did away with an agreement that they had with the Health Resource Center. Should I use a different mic? Test. Is that better? No worries. Sorry about that, guys.
Keep it closer to your mouth.
Okay. I already get the advice over here to keep it closer to my mouth. Thanks. So we have this model that works, and the government reneges on the agreement and shuts down the HRC. And everyone's supposed to smile and look the other way. Well, Danielle Smith and the Wild Rose didn't. They took this issue on. They're one of the first times I've ever seen a political party who is talking openly about this public-funded, private delivery model and addressing the real need of a sustainable healthcare system. This is unique to politics. This is exciting to have a party and a politician, and a leader of a politician who's taking the political risk that's involved in taking on a lot of the entrenched interests that are in this issue. But we need to do this. And you know what? I was listening to the debate on Tuesday, the English language debate. We had Jack Layton. He was doing the usual fear-mongering, talking to the Prime Minister and saying, you just want to privatize everything. And it's the same old story of trying to use politics and kibosh a sustainable model that could work. I don't think Albertans are going to fall for that. I think we're above that. We understand that we need this to make this sustainable, and we're going to take it on. Let's talk about education for a second. When I was in high school, I had a Math 30 teacher, Mr. Wild. The man was amazing. He'd go into his class, and he would leverage peer pressure ideas in order to encourage the students to do their homework and to participate in the class. And it was incredible. Everybody was asking questions. He was asking questions. Students were asking each other questions about math. We had 2 hours of homework every day. Everyone did the homework. I couldn't believe it. The amount of learning that was happening in this class was incredible, and it was due to this teacher's ability. The next class was chemistry. The teacher took the book and would read it in front of the class.